What is up, boys and girls? It's your boy, aka Benny P here, with another Minecraft Bedrock video, and I'm super excited to bring this one to you guys. This one is all about these guys behind me, the bees, introduced in 1.14 for Bedrock. Just came out today, and you can see I got a bunch of these guys. They're actually all going their hives now. And I'm going to talk all about the mechanics of how you grab these guys, how you harvest their honey, how you breed them, all of that jazz right now. So, first step for bees is getting bees. How do you do that? So, if you look at this block here, this is a bee nest. So you want to go to trees in biomes, plain biomes, either a plain biome or a flower biome, or I believe a sunflower biome. And you want to look in those biomes and you're looking for that nest block. Also, I would suggest to break that block during the night. That way the bees will be inside and you can carry them back to your base. So it'll be somewhere on this log, anywhere from the top to the bottom. Just look around all the trees in that biome and see if you can find one. If you had previously loaded that biome in 1.13, you won't find it in 1.14. So you'll have to go to a biome that hasn't been loaded before to find these guys. So that's all good information. Now let's talk about the actual mechanics. So you're going to want to drop your new block somewhere in your base, and then here's how you breed these guys. So you most likely have two, and you're going to want to breed those guys up from there. So all I did was feed them flower blocks, and then they made a little baby. You see they made this little baby, and you can actually breed up the baby. You can get him to be full grown by feeding him blocks, and then he can mate with others too. I don't have another one out here to mate with because they're all inside creating honey right now. So, first thing you're going to do is grab this nest block, this bee nest block. You're going to break it. You're going to bring it to your base. You're going to put it somewhere. You're going to have the two bees, and you're going to breed those guys up. And that will give you multiple bees. Next step is you want to get some of these hive, boxes. So the way you do that is you have to harvest honeycomb from these boxes. So watch, if I take my shears here and I grab this. Oh no, I'm dying. Okay. So that's another mechanic we need to talk about. So when you try to harvest without having smoke below these things, because bees don't like you harvesting they don't like you to harvest their things. So if you don't have smoke below each one of your hives or honey nests, then they're going to get mad at you and try to kill you like you did me. I've found that sometimes if I hold a flower, he'll stop being mad at me and he'll say it's cool, whatever. Oh, how did that guy clip out? I'm not really sure. Huh. Okay, yeah, now he's not mad at me anymore. I'll try to get this guy back in here. I think he's coming. Alright. So yeah, you definitely don't want to harvest when you don't have any kind of smoke coming through those. So I'm going to show you how to put smoke under these now for harvesting. So what you're going to want to do is get a lot of campfires. So for my farm, here's my honeycomb that I farmed. So first I'll show you how to create another one of those boxes. So it's just 6 wood planks and 3 honeycombs, and that creates a box. And boom, you have a beehive, and you can place those down. I placed mine all in a row like this, just to make them easily accessible, and that way I can harvest them pretty easily. But what we're going to do now is we're going to use this campfire. So we're going to put campfires on each of these slots, That way we can harvest without the bees freaking out. So it's actually kind of like the way this works in real life too, is for some reason smoke calms bees. So it's the same mechanic in Minecraft. So if you have smoke, if you put these campfires under your hives, then the bees won't freak out when you go to harvest them. So that's the mechanic that you need to know. And you'll just place these guys under here, like so. I believe I have a couple more to place. Yeah, these bees are super cool, guys. I've been having a lot of fun with it. Learning the mechanics on my own and figuring out how all this works. And there's really some really cool mechanics. I think this is a really fun update, and it's going to allow for us to do some cool things in the future. So, now we've done that. We have bottles, and I still have my shears, I think. Yep. And then we'll grab these guys again. Okay. So now I'm going to show you what happens when you harvest a beehive. So we've seen how to breed. We've seen how to grab them. Now you see this yellow part on this block. That means that this has something to harvest. So we just harvest honeycomb from that. But what happens if you have a bottle is you get honey bottles. And 4 of these honey bottles will create 1 honey block. And honeycomb, like you said, you can create these hives, or you can also create honeycomb from it. And honeycomb is just a decorative block. There's no actual use for it other than it just looking pretty. So now let's go to the crafting table, and I'll show you guys how to craft these things that you can get from honey from hives. So you can see we need 4 honeycombs to make a honeycomb block. So I'll create one of those, and we need 4 honey bottles to create a honey block. So now we've created those 2. Let's take a look at those blocks. So you can see this is the honeycomb block. Nothing, doesn't really do anything. It's just for looks, just to look pretty. This is a kind of a cool block. So you can see when I jump to the side of it, how slowly I fall on each side. And on the top, I can't jump high when I'm on the top. It won't let me. So basically it sticks to you or any entity or any block. So you can push blocks with this, you can push entities with this. A lot of cool redstone things that I'll be looking at in the future with this. But that's basically it, guys. I wanted to show you that real quick. How to set up your own beehive, your own bee colony. And definitely you want campfires under so you can collect all the things, get your nest, breed up all your bees, make your hives, put them however you like. I put them in this specific format, but it doesn't matter what format you put them in. And I also don't think you actually need this class. You can just let them free roam if you want, but I like to have them all kind of contained in one area. One more thing to note about these guys. So these guys are going to go to sleep at night, and they actually won't produce any honey or anything. They're all going to go into their hives. You can see there's no bees flying behind me because it's nighttime. And also when it rains, they're going to stay in their hive as well and not produce honey either. So just a thing to note that when bees are in their hives, they're not going to produce any honey during night or when it's raining. So you want to sleep through the night or change the weather or wait till the weather clears up. So again, that is pretty much it for this video, guys. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and please hit that like button, leave me a comment, let me know if there's any other bee mechanics that you guys want to know about. And in the future we're going to have some redstone stuff with the honey block, and we're going to show you guys a lot of cool things you can do with it. So thanks for watching the video, guys. This has been AKA Benny P, and I hope you guys have a great day.